1,500 domestic violence calls were made to 911 in the Brazos County this past year.
Yeah, now law enforcement in the Brazos Valley announced a new initiative to fight domestic violence. Today, the Maryland Network Against Domestic Violence trained law enforcement officers and advocates on their groundbreaking lethality assessment program. KAGS News reporter Shayda Nazifpour explains how the new program hopes to decrease the amount of domestic violence cases in the county.
With over 600 calls in the past year to Phoebe's home, it has gotten the attention of the Maryland Network Against Domestic Violence.
Those victims who are at the greatest risk of lethality are not the victims who are walking through the doors of Phoebe's home on their own.
The lethality assessment program is a new strategy to prevent domestic violence, homicides, and serious injuries, with questions like, has he or she threatened to kill you or your children, to questions such as, has he or she ever tried to choke you? This new screening process will determine the level of risk a person is facing based on the situation. Today, first responders came together to learn how the assessment works so they can apply the process to future calls.
Half of our violent crime is domestic violence, and so we can decrease that. Then we can decrease the amount of women who are being hurt, the amount of children that are being hurt, and frankly the amount of law enforcement that are being put in danger when they go out to domestic violence situations.
Just in the past year, over 500 911 calls were made from College Station, and in Bryan, that number doubled. Phoebe's home is really hoping that number will go down.
We'll be able to reach out to individuals that we might not otherwise know about, that we might not otherwise be able to offer services to, and it will also offer those services to the individuals who are at most risk of danger and lethality.
Since 2009, there has been around 2 homicides each year, and one is one too many. With the lethality assessment program, first responders are hoping that number will soon be non-existent. In Bryan, Shayda Nazifpour, KAGS HD News.
Now, if you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, you can call Phoebe's home at 979-822-7511.